Sally, you should be able to still hear us. Is that if that's correct?
Yeah.
You got us. All right,
All
good.
right, cool. Hey, we're live.
Hey, everybody, we're live with the Jeep Life podcast. We'll be getting rolling shortly. We have a special guest
Woo!
hanging out with us tonight. It'll be awesome. And let's see who's going to be the first one to pop up. I know I've already gotten like 4 texts before we started. There's Kristen. Hey, what's happening? And Troy. Yeah, Troy sent me a text a few minutes ago.
Are we going
Hey,
you guys
Holly-
on tonight?
Holly just put it out that she's going to be on the show. What's up, Mike?
Actually, I've been slacking. I have a million things going on. That's the issue.
Life. it's bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to keep up with it all.
Yeah.
I'm struggling every day just to keep my head above water. What's up, Dave? What's up, Jason? There's Will.
You got a minute?
Got a minute. Got a minute till that screen goes away.
Yeah.
That
Always
boring
funky.
countdown screen.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Dave's on.
Yep.
Hey, Dave, does Pipes make headers by chance for stuff?
Inline 6 4.0 liter.
No. Like LS?
Pull the caddy
I need
engine
to
out.
Well, I had the ones that were on there were leaking, so I got the original manifolds.
Oh, you need
I-
some half low.
I need some equal length shorties for the caddy.
Make it
Never
even-
mind, it has no heat right now.
Oh, no.
No, that control head's broke. I'd rather spend the money on the headers.
The important things.
Heck yeah. Yes, for stuff. Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Hey, look at there. There we are. What's up, Mark? All right. I'm going to bring
Bring her on.
her on. Look at that. Everybody, welcome Holly Fowler.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, so we've got
Appreciate
a
it,
great show. Holly's on. God, you're so busy. You've got everything going on right now.
Did you get to the trailer yet? Or not yet?
I don't know. I don't know if she did or not.
She's still there?
Holly, can you hear us okay?
Uh-oh.
No? Maybe not. Let me get on here and see. No,
No, she's just sitting there.
Holly, can you hear us?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I can hear you now. I couldn't hear you before.
I didn't change anything.
No. I was wondering if you got to the trailer yet, or is that after this?
Oh, that's after this.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you busy. You got things going on everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a little crazy so far. We're almost 3 weeks into the new year, and we've had the first event last week, which was here in Harkin. That was Winter 4x4 Jamboree. Really cool, really awesome. We had a little bit of work to do to the Jeep before, just kind of, maintenance and all that stuff. And with that comes broken bolts and surprises and all sorts. So of course everything takes a little longer than expected. I've decided I'm never saying oh, it'll be done tonight. Ever again. Never again going to say that. But now we're just gearing up for KOH, leaving either tomorrow or Tuesday, and we'll be out there for 2 weeks. So yeah, it's cool. It's rowdy this year. That's the new word for the year, rowdy, apparently.
That is. Some of our listeners are saying they're getting an echo on you.
On me?
No, on Holly.
No, on me.
No, on me.
Are you?
Let me see.
Is the computer
I
muted?
Kind of. The computer's muted. It might just be the room itself.
Could be.
So let's see if I can maybe come join me as I move, guys. Let's see if we can make this a little better.
Yeah, just throw up some sound deadening equipment in there.
Just real quick.
Yeah, just super quickly.
Yeah, set up your.
I know we're getting
studio.
What's up, Mark? How's Canada?
I bet it's colder up there.
I bet it. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
right. Seriously.
I've decided. I think this is the winter that broke me.
Oh.
As if I ever.
What is it? Has it been that bad?
What was it?
This past week we've had below 10 a couple times. I've had colder winters up here where we had like a week full of, even negatives. But I'm not a fan of that.
No, negative is not good. Let's see if this is any better, guys. I'm just kind of shifting some stuff around.
So, top of the mountain.
Yeah.
With the wind chill and everything.
Yeah.
And last weekend was topping out like -20. Wind chill and everything. It's like 25-mile-an-hour winds. 5 degrees outside.
No. Oh, this is a better setup. Look at this.
Absolutely.
Oh wait, the other way. So confused. Is that better sound-wise?
Better sound-wise?
Yeah, sounds great.
At least.
Okay, cool.
And then
That is better.
everybody gets to see the boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
Where do I go?
which way do I go?
No.
No.
Way. No, other way.
Oh, I lost you.
Tilted to the right.
Yeah.
I lost your video.
Uh-oh.
Do you have Wi-Fi there?
I do, yes. Supposed to be very good.
There we go. Now you're there.
There we go. Awesome.
I think that was you.
No, it wasn't me.
Okay.
But I love it.
Cool.
All right. I'm going to take this opportunity to ask everybody to share this out. Let's get some people out with us so we can all hear from Holly and what's going on in her world. So I'll give everybody a few minutes to share that out. Yeah, so that's part of the problem is when I go back and just do a little face, we lose the. There you go. Lean over, strain your back. So you could take a moment, share it out. What's up, Ron? Let's see if we can get a few more people on here, and then we'll get the show rolling. Yeah, Billy, did you? Maybe I'll save this for the show because Big Red's not in the garage.
Yeah, that.
What? Where's Big Red?
I don't want to talk about it.
It's coming on the show then.
Okay, yes. There was some removal of key drivetrain pieces that needed to be very much rebuilt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It was not fun. Still a fun drive though. Bluetooth life.
Bluetooth 4-wheel drive. All right, let's see. All right, I think it's about time for us to hit that button. We're gonna get rolling. everybody, and welcome to that Jeep Life podcast. We're that Jeep Life podcast where we celebrate everything that has to do with the Jeep life, and on, off the road, in the sun, in the snow. It doesn't matter where we go. We're like the post office. No weather's going to stop us or slow us down. We might actually get you there a little faster than the post office will as well. But we welcome you tonight to our show. And I'm joined, as always, in the studio with two amazing guys.
Whoa.
What's up, Bill? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. A little tired.
Yeah?
It's been a long weekend, running here, there. Had a wedding, had ski racing, had lots of other stuff.
Yeah.
Now podcast.
It all culminates
Yep.
with this amazing part of the weekend.
It's like the reset of every week, or the finish of every week. It's great.
It gets it ended. Nice way to start out the next week, right?
Absolutely.
Excellent. And on the other side, I'm joined by the best dude ever. Don, what's happening?
I don't believe you. Prove it.
Well, I'm going to prove it so much. I'm going to let you take my Jeep and put some gears in it.
That's not what I want. I want parts. Prove it with parts.
I can do that.
Parts for my Jeep.
All right. I can do that.
Yeah.
But we are a complete trio here in the studio. But it's amazing. We get to hang out with one of our favorites, if not our favorite, Miss Holly Fowler.
What's up, guys?
And she brought Mischief Maker with her to the studio.
I did. Right there.
Wow, that's the beast.
That thing's amazing.
How nice and shiny.
I know.
And it always starts out nice and shiny.
Oh, yeah. Especially, it's January, so of course it looks nice.
I want you to say January again.
January?
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not how we say it here in the States. We had a couple
Well,
more
how do you-
syllables.
How do you
Especially
guys
if you're
say
from
it?
the South.
January.
January. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's special.
Well, cool. So we're going to let Holly join us throughout the episode. Then we're going to roll right into an interview, but it's really a conversation. There's no interview needed with Holly.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
I
What's
know.
new? Like everything. And
when am I going to get to see you again?
Exactly.
Kind of thing, right?
So, talk a little bit about your awesome events that you got coming up, where you're going to be seen, and some of the great partners that you have as well.
Yeah.
And I think we can kick this off with a big one, Onyx Offroad.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about your friends over at Onyx Offroad? So that was one of the big things that we wanted to have you on for, was they just came out with Apple CarPlay capability. So, yeah. You want to talk a little bit about what Onyx Offroad is and, what they do?
Absolutely. So Onyx Offroad is a map app. They've actually had Onyx Hunt for the longest time, which a lot of guys over on the East Coast use. So when Onyx Offroad came out, everyone's kind of intrigued with that. But like you just said, Billy, they just came out with the Apple CarPlay, which is incredible, because normally I have my phone in my hand and I'm on the trails and doing a lot of this, and now everything is just set up there on the screen, which is fantastic. So they just came out with that, which is super exciting, and they're going to be mapping a lot of the parks out on the East Coast. We're in talks with them about that as well, which is fantastic. So really exciting stuff happening with them at the moment.
Yeah, that was actually going to be a question of mine.
Wow.
Because all the trails are seen and visible.
Right.
Yes.
But none of them are marked.
Oh.
Yeah. Correct.
So that's the downside to using it. You can see all the trails, and you can see where it's going, but it's not marked.
None of them are marked.
What the name of the trail is, or how difficult. So,
right.
Somebody like me just wandering out there.
Yeah, that would be difficult.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I could see that.
But it is great. I've been able to pull it up on CarPlay, and it works exactly the way you would expect it to work.
Oh yeah, it's been fantastic, and especially out here, a lot of people are using it now for. There's been like a lot of breakdowns recently. You know, when you're just out there and something pops, and maybe you don't have your friend around or something, or they're out of town. So a lot of the recovery companies around here started using it, which is fantastic because as soon as you drop a waypoint, it's exact. It's not like, sometimes when you go to like Google and you drop a pin and it's like, maybe, I don't know, the next exit up or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm not there, I'm here. No, it's exact. So it's pretty cool. They've got some exciting stuff happening this year, which obviously I can't say, but you guys will be finding out really soon. So
Awesome.
heck yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
So, Bill, I want to hear what's going on with Big Red. I think everybody wants to know what's going on with Big Red because I thought you put the transfer case back in.
Yeah, it's back together.
All right.
No, it's good. It's fine.
It's out of the garage.
Right.
That was supposed to be a positive thing. So
it's just a pain in the ass, man. It's always something. It's a Jeep.
It is a Jeep.
Tings this, that, and the other thing. There's always a new noise going down the road, right?
Buy a Honda.
And Toyota Corolla, all right? I'm a Corolla guy. I'm not a Civic guy.
I can't wear
It's
either
'cause you
one of
wear
those.
your underwear backwards.
Yep. And inside out.
Yeah.
I can't wear either one of those cars at all.
No, we know that.
They're way too small for me.
I think one of my favorite videos that you guys ever did live was in the Honda on the way back home from work.
It was like we're scrunched in there. We're
Terry removed the front seat and was sitting in the back seat.
Yep.
I'm not even the tallest guy on the planet.
No, you're not.
Well,
But
you're pretty tall though. 6'2".
No, I'm just 6 even.
6 even.
But I do take up
You
a lot
are?
of space. Yeah, I'm 6 even.
Oh, me too. I thought you were taller.
No. We're
It's
eye
his
to eye.
personality.
He wears tall
Big
shoes.
personality.
Yeah, in heels, I'm 6'3", though.
Oh dear.
I just killed.
Just
killed the joke.
silence on that one.
Oh, I love it. So you've got that going on with Big Red.
Oh, and then on top of it, Reaper's probably a mess at this point.
Well, yeah, it's been out in the snow for. I mean, it's just been sitting out there getting cold.
Yeah, it's very cold.
If they're cold, if you're cold, they're cold. Bring them in.
Well,
Park them in the living room.
Not big enough.
No, it's not.
My living room's quite small.
And Don, are you good? Is your Jeep functioning?
Yeah, I mean, small little things. Like I get that back axle shaft I got to replace. That's bent a little. I've got a dry shaft boot that's torn. But other than that, it's good. I've been working on it.
It's clean.
Yeah, it's super clean. So we'll talk about that next week. I don't want to take up time this week, but
Yeah.
But I got that CJ restoration. We're just about ready to put the tub back on.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so
it's been just sitting there.
Well, it hit during COVID. We disassembled it right before COVID. So now I don't know where any of the parts are.
Right.
Scounder in school for parts, and then this week I got a big job coming in the form of 2014 Rubicon that needs a front end rebuilt.
Oh,
that's always fun.
Yeah.
All right.
So, or 2015, something like that.
We'll keep it going. I like it.
Is that my Jeep? I might need that.
It's one of our friends, though.
Oh, jeez.
My Jeep's going out for a loaner again.
Oh, actually, I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that literally on the way here.
Yep. So full rebuild.
Heard it's our maybe technical advisor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
Steering linkage, everything steering, and then.
I helped him get some of those parts.
Yeah.
Is it the thing that his Pitman arms off, or we were?
No, that was fixed. That was
we fixed it.
that was taken care of. This has a
tie rod, drag link, all that stuff.
Tie rod, drag link. Yeah, it's getting replaced with Yeti stuff and the
Steer Smart stuff.
We're gonna put axle seals in it and pull the RCVs out. Do that. Some new tires on it.
I hate axle seals.
Yeah, well, I got an axle that's stuck in the driver's side. I'm gonna have to do some research. I've never ran into that. So the seal's got to be chewed up. That's what's holding it in.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
it's an RCV, you can't pull it. You can pull a joint off the end.
Gotcha.
All right, if you want to help us out, there are other ways to help us out, but watching Don do cool stuff. We'll post stuff to Patreon, and that'll get you started. So go to Patreon, give us a support.
Just put an article on there.
Excellent.
About engine skid plates, and
then we'll do a video for how clean your Jeep is.
We got a video coming up with some products that were given to us. And we'll talk about those products in that video, and then after that, I have. Well, that torn. I'm gonna do a video on how to replace those boots, dry shaft boots.
Gotcha.
And I don't know after that. We'll see.
We'll see, but do that, and then give us a review.
Yeah. Definitely. We're gonna bring that stuff in and talk about it.
Cool.
Nothing helps us out more than giving us a review. I mean, it just helps us to be seen more.
Yep.
Moved up the ranks.
Really, it just makes us feel better,
and it does pat us on the back for.
So it helps.
It does, and we get an interesting little note this week. Actually, I think it might be 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks? Yeah. So we did our battle of the brackets, and it was all headlights based, and Quadratec was the winner. Now, full disclosure, Bill and I work for Quadratec, but we tried to be as unbiased as we possibly could in our review of that.
Well,
I'm
didn't
kidding.
help.
It was.
So
it was.
Don set the bracket up.
And I do not work for Quadratec.
Does not work for Quadratec. Had no beans in the pot.
Nope.
So.
And everybody knows I'm the biggest asshole. So if I wanted to call him out, I would.
Right.
And you do
Yes.
when it's the right time.
Yep.
You call it out. But I this kind of spurned a real nice question kind of thing. Don, tell us what Dean had to say.
Well, I can't. I'm going to, but I can't do it verbatim because I can't pull the agenda up because of an email issue right now.
Oh,
But
okay.
basically,
I have the
Dean had a question about Mopar makes a left to right adjuster.
Yeah.
Because it only comes with the factory up down adjuster. I've never had the need to use one. I think it's great, and probably as you wheel them hard, and or they get in accidents or older, they get tweaked a little. I know my black one, not the front end, but the back end, like the frame when we put on the frame machine, literally the one side was millimeters lower than the other side. And that wasn't from an accident; that was from wheeling. So I could see it happening. But $2, and from what I understand, from what I looked at online, really easy to put on. So
And you can order them at the dealership, right?
Through Mopar, correct. $2.
Yeah. So his review, read his kind of review, and then.
So this is Dean. Yeah.
Theopolis.
I want to add something to your conversation on headlights. I put a pair of Quadratec JW speaker heated headlights on my JK. Now I need to add them to my wife's JK.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
They are excellent. I want to know, did you do the simple mod of adding the adjuster for left-right? Stock, you only get up-down, which is true. Made a good headlight even better. They're less than $2 each at the dealer, and nobody is flashing the high beams at me at night anymore.
I'd never heard of these until this little announcement thing, and
I honestly hadn't either. And then I Googled it, but I've never, in all my years had an issue. But the 2011 JK was pretty well taken care of, and not a hardcore rig. And then in 2018, it hasn't been. I mean, it's only been wheeled hard a handful of times. So I could see if you are really beaten up on a rig, like,
Me?
Yeah, and
I have a broken headlight housing.
Yeah,
that is like crazy glued and epoxied together.
They do. I mean, so even though they're on a rigid full frame, box frame, they twist and they move and they, So I can see things, happening and parts wear and So I think it's for $2.
I think it's worth doing it for mine just so I can go out there and tweak and.
Well, and that's the other point.
And maybe set it up a little bit better.
I have a headlight aimer. I have a photo. What do they call it? Photocentric. Photo. Anyway, it uses photo light sensors.
Photovoltaic.
And it's within the parameters. But you could tweak it. I mean, like if you wanted to keep the left one straight ahead, you could bring the right one in a little, or the opposite. You know, if you wanted to run your left one in so people aren't flashing at you.
Yeah, do full.
And run your right one over a little too. You can adjust it. You know, you have by state law in PA, you have a 4-inch box. So basically, you can go off center at 20 feet, 4 inches higher, 4 inches lower, 4 inches to the right, or 4 inches to the left.
Right. So it'd be good to kind of do that. So Dean, thanks for sending that in. That's awesome. We appreciate that. Now for the 4th week in a row, I've had a product review, and the product's still sitting out in the Jeep, and I have brought it in. So
pushing it to next week.
We'll push it to next week, which brings us to the main reason we're here.
Absolutely.
Holly, we're just glad you're here.
I know.
I'm happy to be here, guys.
Yeah, especially when I've just heard all the stuff that you have going on right now, and for you to take an hour and a half out to hang out with our people, we appreciate it so much.
Absolutely.
Of course. Honestly, anytime.
All right, we'll schedule one for when you're out on the trail at KOH.
Cool. Awesome. It might be a little shaky, but we'll try.
I love it.
That's awesome.
So you're going to KOH next week. Is it?
No.
Tuesday.
Like
Tuesday, right. Well, that is next week, right?
Maybe tomorrow. That's when I'm supposed to leave tomorrow.
So what does that look like for you? You go, I can't even wrap my head around your life.
Well, that makes the two of us.
That's what it looks like.
I know. Now, are you racing?
No, not racing. I will personally never race KOH. It's a whole beast of its own. We are still building, I'm going to touch on this very, very lightly, but we are still building a race vehicle, but it's more desert racing than giant moon rocks in Johnson Valley. You really need like a bomber, a chassis to do stuff like that. It's, it just is what it is.
You're telling me you wouldn't get into class 11?
What is class? Is that like a 46?
It's like the VW bugs that run around in the desert.
No.
They get the
I would like to keep my kidneys.
They always look so cool running around, and I'm like, I want to try that one day.
Well, they have what is it? 4600, 45, and a 4400 are the three main classes.
And a 4800.
They are.
What's the 4800?
Yes.
So the 4600 is like.
So it's all designation of the type of cars and also the components that are on them. So like 4400 is
that's
unlimited. That means you can have full hydro steering.
Right.
But once you get into 45, you need to still have a mechanical steering system.
I think you can only have up to 37s, 2.5-inch.
There's all kinds of stuff.
springs,
Let her. She knows probably more.
Yeah. Yeah, there's different requirements for each class, basically. That's really the difference between them all. So it'll be pretty interesting to see what the race looks like this year. They've kind of switched it up a little bit, and they've made it particularly difficult this year. Every year is difficult, right? But finally this year is supposed to be the hardest trail and race course that they've put out there. So I'm excited to watch.
That's cool.
Yeah, it'll be good. So we head out there normally the week before the race or a week and a half before the race. We have friends from the East Coast who come on over, and we just go out and wheel. And the reason why we go out so early is so that we can actually get on the trails, because normally for qualifying, they obviously shut some of them down, and then race day, obviously nothing's open. So we head out there and we just have a good old time and just have fun on the trails,
Now, are you leading, is there a women's only event out there?
There is. So I believe there are a couple this year. I'm just leading a trail on Wednesday morning, the week of the race. It's called Turkey Claw. So it's a very small, short trail within a canyon, but you can get stuck. I've been stuck in there with people for like 9 hours who have broken something, and then you have to kind of limp out of there. So,
Oh,
it's the name of the game, and people are like, oh, Turkey Claw's the easiest thing. It is the easiest trail out there, but it doesn't mean you can't break and you can't get stuck in there for a long time. So, it should be really, really fun, though. Really fun. And what's really super cool, now I know you guys are affiliated with Tread Lightly as well, is that there's a cleanup every morning at Chocolate Thunder and the back door, because those are the two sort of main spots, on an evening that people will go to. And there are a lot of people. It's something that if you've never been out there before, and you're thinking about it, go out there, do those trails every night. It's crazy. It is super crazy. People are driving over each other's tires. Some people flip. There are fires everywhere. People are just watching. I mean, it can be pretty crazy, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome, and I got all the notifications about all the Tread Lightly events out there, and it's so exciting. And as a matter of fact, Matt's on with us tonight watching, and we want to wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, man!
I think it was yesterday. I think
happy belated.
Yeah, but yeah, we're huge fans of Tread Lightly, and
absolutely,
and partners in the with the podcast. It's pretty amazing. I know that we've done some work with Tread Lightly here on the East Coast a little bit. More to come this year, so it's exciting, and that's really cool that you can be a presence for them as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. And we actually have, I have some really exciting news with them. We're actually doing a giveaway vehicle. So a charity has donated a vehicle to raffle off through Tread Lightly. Actually, after KOH, I will be driving straight over to Tennessee. I'll be there for probably 5 weeks. And we are building pretty much another Mischief Maker. So it's pretty exciting. And we will be taking that giveaway vehicle across the whole country on all of our schedule in the summer. So you guys will be able to see it too.
So that was the special. That's what you were saying about having an extra when we were texting. You were like, I don't know if what's gonna be the plan of what I'm gonna have, but I'll be there
with something.
I'll be there. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. All the companies who are involved, they'll actually have access to the vehicle. I know Tread Lightly is going to come out and drive it. So the vehicle is going to be used in the summer, and then we'll kind of spruce it up again, and it'll be given away at Trail Hero. So super cool. Everything, all money, all proceeds, all ticket sales go straight to Tread Lightly. So it's a massive deal this year. But I'm really excited about dragging 2 vehicles instead of 1.
Yeah, like you didn't have enough going on.
Enough maintenance.
No, of course not. And now I've got to make sure that the 2 vehicles are good every single weekend wherever we are. But the proceeds go straight to Tread Lightly. So we're super excited to be working with them this year.
That's amazing. I love this.
I think it sounds like you might need like a mechanic or some help that travels around with you. I don't know.
Oh, perhaps we could talk about this.
Pays great. 0.
Careful what you wish for. I'm with him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You might not want that.
Not at all. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. The reveal of the vehicle will be at EJS. So it's kind of moving around between booths there as well. Onyx and BFG, they're helping us a lot with tires and stuff. I will just say it will be on 42s, but that's all I'm going to say.
That's cool.
All right.
It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really cool. So we have 5 weeks to build it in between the end of KOH and just before EJS. So it's going to be fun.
And it's going to be built in Tennessee, is that what?
Yep. So we had partnered up with a garage before, but I guess they had gone kind of in a different direction. So we're actually going to be taking it over to Ian Johnson's garage. He's letting us use his space. Yep. And the vehicle's there already, so it just needs people, and the parts should almost be there already. So we just got to get over there.
That's awesome.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, Tennessee's my home state, so maybe I'll make a venture that way.
Oh, heck yeah.
Well, listen, if you're in Ian Johnson's garage, you have to start every project by cutting the car in half. Whether you need to or not, that's how you do it.
That may be happening. Who knows?
Who knows? Have that tendency.
He does. No big deal. Let's just cut it right here.
Yeah.
We'll weld it with an extra 2 feet on it.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
So how is, I mean, Mischief Maker TV is, in my vision, is just killing it.
Well, I appreciate that. I've honestly not felt like it's been moving forward, but with everything that we're doing this year, hopefully I can take you guys along. We're going to be trying for every second and third day. So, like, whatever we're doing, you guys will be with us, which will be really cool.
Nice. I love it because I get my Instagram live, every update every day, and I'm like, I gotta watch this, even if it's just not watching the whole thing. I'm watching some of it, and just going, oh man, why can't we do that? Because we have lives. We talked about this earlier.
Some people are doers and some people are thinkers. We're obviously right. We're thinkers. We're just sitting here in a room talking. Right.
She's a doer.
There's talkers and doers. We're talkers.
We're talkers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what, guys? It can be a lot. This is our third year doing this now. And what people don't realize is that you travel on Thursday to get somewhere to wheel Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, if you've broken any parts on your truck, your trailer, or your Jeep, you got to call that in on Monday morning, have the part there Tuesday, get it done Wednesday, and then you're on the road again. So it's a very, very tight schedule that we have, which is pretty funny because people are like, oh my goodness, you just go there and then you wheel and you have so much fun. And I'm like, and then I'm in the garage for 48 hours trying to fix something so I can get to the next place. But I love what I do, clearly, because I'm still here doing it. So,
How do you keep coming up with new content? And it's so interesting because you do document what you're doing, and that kind of generates some of that content. But then every time I watch it, there's a different vibe to it. Keeping it fresh. How do you do that?
I have no idea. It's just I kind of just come on and I am who I am, and maybe I don't know, maybe that's what it is. But it's funny with content right now. Everything's changing all the time, and you just kind of have to, keep up with it and keep fresh, especially if you're trying to grow something. It's so easy to get stuck doing one or two things all the time. And it throws you out of your comfort zone completely. Like, a lot of people are like, I really like your reels, they're so funny. I'm like, I feel totally daft doing them. And 9 times out of 10, I'm like, this is going to be awful. But, that's what people want to see nowadays. And everything's so much shorter now. Everyone has like a 7-second span of, concentration, and then you're like swiping to the next thing. Yeah. So it's, pretty much.
You got to catch them instantaneously, reel them in, and get it across that quickly. And because everyone's on to the next thing already.
So I'm sorry to ask this, but what platforms, like, I've watched the videos on YouTube, but what platforms other than YouTube are you on? Like, have you done TikTok yet, or?
TikTok, I started a couple of years ago, but I've kind of come away from that. Most of my audience is I mean, I can't say most of my audience, but I feel more comfortable on Instagram because you can kind of do the reels there, which is similar to TikTok. But I think if you want to kind of grab everyone's attention, you have to do it across the board. So getting into TikTok will be another thing that we do. So, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and then YouTube. And it's a lot to handle by yourself.
Oh, sure.
I don't have a team. No one films for me.
Right.
Walter barely comes out anymore, so I'm like getting a workout on the trails at the same time. And then you have to come back and it takes, 7-8 hours to edit. And then you have like real life stuff like going for your groceries or doing your laundry,
You don't have a team doing that either?
No, I wish. It would make it so much easier.
Yeah,
In fact,
Go ahead.
I posted something up about doing laundry just the other day. I'm like, oh, it's almost done. I've been up since 4:30. Yay, laundry done. And someone wrote, in fact, quite a number of people wrote back and they were like, thank you so much. We have no idea how you people just do everything, but you are normal. Like you do your laundry. I'm like, yes, of course I do. Like, what do you think's happening here?
Yeah, we're in the process of trying to, have a video person come on and help us out and expand a little bit more, because the short form video has all of us can kind of do long form video. That's kind of the YouTube's the long form stories or a full episode of something. But how do you make a story out of 7 seconds or 8 seconds and it capture people, make them maybe chuckle, but also sell whatever it is you're doing?
Yeah. It's definitely hard. And it's not always a hit. Sometimes it's a miss, but whatever. You just keep going.
Have you found any people out there that are doing that you go, I like what they're doing, let me try to mimic some of that, or maybe bring it into the off-roading world? Or is it all pretty much...
I kind of take inspiration. I wouldn't say mimic as much, because when you try and mimic someone else or a channel or something like that, it's never going to work for you, because it's not yours, it's not original. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm very inspired by I wish I remembered their names, but none of them are in the off-roading world at all. They just are social media kind of stars, I guess you would say, and they're hilarious. And that's pretty much about it. I do spend about, this sounds terrible, but like 1 to 2 hours just looking through. Because a lot of people are like, where do you find all the stuff? And how do you find the sounds and whatever? And I'm like, I am that sad person on a night when I'm supposed to be switched off or watching Seinfeld. I'm swiping my life away.
Well,
but
I appreciate you swiping, because you inadvertently always swipe on us and share us out.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, that feels nice. We've got a celebrity that actually likes and appreciates us.
We got to talk about using this word celebrity, people.
You are.
We got to talk about this. When I see you this summer, we got to have a campfire talk about this.
You're famous.
I can't wait for this campfire talk.
Oh, it's going to be good. It is going to be good.
No. So being on the Instagrams and the face pads and everything else, but I can completely agree with you. Like sometimes you'll put something out there and then you'll be like, oh, this is just going to be, it'll just, float out there easy, and then it'll go viral. And then you'll have another one you'll work really, really hard on and think about over and over again, and it'll just fall on its face.
Nine people like it.
Exactly. So it's
so true. It's so true. I'm going to tell you a quick story. There was one day, Walter was like, oh, you haven't posted a reel in a couple of days? And I was like, okay. And I have a video of me changing the oil in Mischief Maker for the first time. And it literally like dumped everywhere. That has 3 million views. And I just put my face on the side with me like, what am I doing? And then, like you just said, Billy, like you work. Sometimes I work like an hour on a 6-second something, and it's like, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, those days you get pretty beat up sometimes.
Sometimes we put out content, some like really good wheeling content. I'm like, oh, we're gonna nail it. And it's like 3 months later, there's 78 views. You put out something stupid, and you're like 1 million views.
Yep.
What the hell?
Yeah. The funny thing about, especially the funny thing about Jeep photos or Jeep posts or whatever, you're right. Like you're like, oh my goodness, I climbed up this amazing obstacle. It was insane. And you're like, okay, cool. People kind of like to put a post up of a picture in the driveway every single time, without a doubt. Like thousands of people are like, that's so cool. I'm like, I almost died doing an obstacle that was super cool, and you guys were like, it's all right. Like, what?
I think that there is so much of that hardcore off-road content out there. You know, you spilling oil in your driveway is kind of unique, and that's what I think a lot of people are looking for, unique content.
Yeah.
You know, because there is a ton of off-road content out there, and that's what makes it hard.
I agree with that.
I feel like it's exploded.
It's gone crazy.
It has. I
I'm
wish
waiting
there
for
was
everybody
a.
to burn out so we can come in and tail end.
I know, right?
I
wish there was like this little magic little knob that you could just
Code.
turn and go, yeah, this is going to be a hit before you know.
Right. Algorithm.
Yeah.
Can we change subjects? Can we talk about? Can we talk openly about 24 Hell and Back?
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, we can.
Yeah.
So that was intense. I mean, that was some serious. I've always
Day
said,
one.
I've always said Arizona has some of the hardest wheeling in the world.
Yep.
So tell us about it. Like it was insane.
It was it was a bit of a shocker, to be honest with you. When we starting the trail, which they didn't film any of, where Andrew broke first. We weren't even 30 seconds into the trail and he broke something. Maybe 100 feet in front of that, I completely had Walter kissing a rock that had come into Mischief Maker, and the back tires were completely up in the air, and we were just leaning on the cage. I had to front take, using the cage to pivot to go back down. I mean, it was then I was like, this is going to be intense. Yeah. How am I going to keep my cool? Because it's very hard when you have your reactions, right? But there's also cameras everywhere, and you don't want to be that person. So you're like, how do I not look like a terrible person or like, being narky? Yeah. So you got to like really, I mean, maybe other people don't do that, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, I would love to yell something right now, but I really can't. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but it was super, super intense. I think when Andrew flipped, he and John were pretty concussed. I don't mean to smile about that, but it was just funny because you would ask them questions and Andrew would be talking like this. Hey, Holly, are you gonna come down here? I was like, can someone check him, please? Like, he is not talking in a normal manner. Yeah.
Because he didn't get back in. Well, he didn't get back in at all. No. So
we wouldn't, honestly, we wouldn't allow him to have done that because of like the hit that he had on the head. He came back around, honestly, around hour 21, 22. He seemed to get, he seemed to be back to normal. So Tim did drive that down. But after that, John at the bottom took a flip into the tree.
Into the tree, yeah.
Yep. And then everyone was just kind of freaked out. They're like, we got a winch down everything. Everyone must have a strap on. Da, da, da. And then you guys saw me. I was just kind of like, I think everyone's freaking out. Like, let's chill. We're all good. Like, we all know our rigs. If we need help, then we'll say. But that first trail was really, really something. And after the waterfall, where Andrew flipped, around that corner, it was the worst downhill I have ever been on. It was, you needed to really know your rig, be technical with it, and really take your time, which doesn't make for a good video, I know. And I'm like crawling at 0.5 miles an hour, and everyone's like, all right, it's starting to get dark now. But it was super cool that, everyone managed to get down there and everyone was okay in the end.
John was okay. Yeah, I was just gonna ask that.
Yeah, he was completely fine. As soon as he flipped over, he was out. We got it back on the tires, and then he worked on that like maybe 3.5 hours whilst everyone else was coming down that hill. So
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I love the fact that you and several others were connected to a winch coming down some of that stuff. It actually helps some of us let go of our ego enough to say, I would rather be safe than not safe.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. The waterfall especially, I'm happy I had that strap on the back, as well as everyone else, but Andrew for some reason. But if I were to do the trail again, I now know that I would be able to do it without one, but that one, especially for the first time, it's good. And then coming down the hill, again, everyone was a little apprehensive. I think a lot of people could have made it without the strap, but again, it's safety first. Like, yes, we're making YouTube videos, yes, we're making series, but safety and, humans always come first. So
yeah, I would much rather see someone, using a strap or winched in than someone get hurt.
Absolutely.
And
for sure.
Even if it's a small injury, it's an injury nonetheless. And
Yeah.
all it would take is one serious injury like that, and it could harm our activity.
So I'm going to be
for sure.
Obvious.
Yep.
Hospital is close.
No.
Rescue, not at all.
Rescue's not close. The hospital's not close. Nothing's close. So you got yourself an eye, and that's it.
To me, day one looked tougher and harder than anything in previous 24 Hell and Back. Yeah. And
it's true. So Marvin does a fantastic job. I don't know how he does it, but he finds when he says this is the hardest trail, it really is the hardest trails that he tries to find. I do have a little accent for Marvin that I like to do, but I realized that came out there, and I was like, oh, maybe I should do it. No, I love you, Marvin.
We love Marvin. We've had him on the show, so we'll welcome him back again.
Definitely want to reach out back to him.
I know he wants to be on it at some point, so
for sure.
Yeah, every once in a while, living in Atlanta, he definitely has a southern draw to his German accent.
Yeah, right.
He does. It's kind of a little mixture of everything, but as I said, he does a fantastic job at finding different locations. And like the series has just gotten better and better and better.
Yeah, it really has.
So it's really cool.
It's gotten cooler and cooler, and the content and the editing and the videography has just gotten better every time.
Yeah, we learn.
Yeah.
And I think that team is just fantastic.
Yeah, right. The people he picks just kill it.
And how hot was that Bronco?
That's what I was gonna ask. I was like, what did you think of that Bronco that they had out there with them?
It was honestly when I first saw it, I was like, where is that going? And it kind of just like followed us everywhere. Very cool Bronco. I love the wrap on it. I love everything that's in there. They have it stationed for everything media wise. So it was perfect, because I know the last 24-hour Hell and Back in Oklahoma, I think it was last year, it was really difficult for the media team. They had to have like a little buggy that went back and forth to charge everything or dump all of the footage in there. But this Bronco is like, he's really hit it on the head with that Bronco for sure.
Now, does he own that, or was that? I mean, how did that come about? Do you know?
That I am not entirely sure,
Write
but
that question down and save it for Marvin.
Yeah, I got it.
yeah.
All right. So you've done that. You're off to King of the Hammers coming up.
Yes.
You're going to Tennessee, going back to
Yes.
Easter Jeep Safari.
Yes.
What after that? Where does everything go? Because I've got the schedule in front of me, and it's crazy.
Yes. So straight after EJS, I'm actually going to be flying hopefully back home to Scotland. My sister is having a baby boy. It's her second child. I'm super excited. So
Auntie Holly.
just with COVID, it's been really difficult, like travel wise. It's been kind of non-existent. So I'll head over there for a week, and then as soon as I get back into Utah, it is straight on the road to our summer schedule, which starts in Badlands in Indiana in May. And then, I mean, if any of you guys haven't seen the schedule, you can find it on my profile. I did have it pulled up here, but we're going to a number of places. We're going to 2 major shows. We'll be at Bantam again, and we'll actually be at Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion this year, which is super cool. We missed it last year, so really looking forward to that. And yeah, it is just a bunch of wheeling. We do have something new this year. So on the schedule, you'll see HCF Motorsport Trail Rides, which is just me. And HCF Motorsports, a lot of people ask, is just basically a massive umbrella for everything that I do. So Mischief Maker, the race vehicle, hopefully a moon buggy. It'll just be kind of all underneath there. But there's also the ultimate 4x4 field trip. What did you hear?
The moon buggy? I heard you're sliding some things in.
Yeah, a wee moon buggy.
That's
moon buggy.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Why not?
You know? Why not? Some people want a dog. I would love a moon buggy.
I can't agree with that anymore.
Oh man. Moon buggy. Come on there.
Close enough.
So tell me about this ultimate 4x4 field trip.
Yes, so the ultimate 4x4 field trip is we're helping a friend of ours, Chris Miller, who actually ran the Trail to SEMA runs. He organized them, so we've kind of got him on board doing this ultimate 4x4 field trip, which is essentially bringing, I'm going to say this very loosely and air quote it, but influencers together, like working together, going to the same park, bringing, their fans or their followers in to do trail runs as well. So it's not just like I'll have my own things, but I think there's just room for everyone in the industry. I feel like the past couple of years, everyone's kind of gotten a little nasty in some parts, and it's just time to break away from that and remember we all love to do the same thing, and we all have different people following us for different reasons, and we can all come together and we all work with different companies, but there's no need to kind of be one-sided. So we have Bleeping Jeep on board with us. We have my friend Adam, that one dude from out here on the West Coast. We have Offroad and Chill. We have Psycho Cupcake, Kate. I know I've missed other people out, but we just have like a bunch of influencers coming together and kind of putting this one event on. So there's going to be 4 this year, one being AOAA. Yes. And it is going to be a paid event. But with that, you get a bunch of swag from everyone. Obviously the trails, and all of your food bar your lunch is covered. So it's pretty cool. It's more of an experience and bringing everyone together and all hanging out together.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, now you're talking my love language, food.
Oh yeah. So it's pretty exciting that we've been able to bring people together and not be like, well, you're on BFGs, but you're on Mickey Thompson's, and we can't hang out with you. And like, it's time to abolish all of that. And just remember, we all have vehicles. We all go out on the weekend. We all fix our stuff. Like, we all have a love and passion for something. So let's make it like something really enjoyable.
I couldn't agree more.
100%.
Now, yeah, that's what we base the whole podcast on,
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own thing, their own, what they're into, and that's cool. That's what makes life different. If we all dug Mickey Thompson's, then that would be kind of boring.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. All right, so we've gone everywhere. We've covered the entire country. We've all ridden around in Mischief Maker. Well, actually, only my kid has. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't get to.
Oh.
I know. I feel slighted.
Well, there's always this year, guys.
Yeah. Always. But where can people find you? Share all your places that people can find you and see those cool reels.
Okay, cool. Well, Instagram and Facebook, I am Mischief Maker JKU. Very simple. And on YouTube, it is Mischief Maker TV. And that is where you can find me. If you're looking for merchandise, which we're getting a lot more of, which I am super excited about, you can head on over to hcfmotorsports.com. That's where you can find everything there. So, yeah.
Is your hat new merchandise, or is that last year's camo hat?
It's last year's camo hat. We just haven't had it for a while. And then a lot of people after the hoodie has been dropped out are like, where are your hats again? So they're coming back. It was really difficult last year merchandise-wise. I actually had some people wait, believe it or not, like 6 months for a t-shirt. And I told them, like, I will refund you. I will give you double your order. I will do anything. Like, this is ridiculous, but it's out of my hands, and not one person. So thank you guys. It's pretty incredible, the support out there.
It really is. And, as we've all been out with you and the people that hang out with you, it's kind of a different group.
It's a different vibe.
It is.
Everybody's super friendly. I don't feel like there's. I don't think it's a full testosterone type.
Leave it in the parking lot.
Being out with you, I didn't feel that at all. It was. I didn't even feel like it came into the parking lot. So
no, absolutely.
That's kudos to you and the vibe that you kind of bring with that.
Well, I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say.
It's noticeable. I mean, we actually have talked about it, quite a bit, and then hanging out around a campfire. It's a different feel and vibe, and I maybe I can't put my
absolutely
words into it.
Can't. It's okay.
Yeah. So, any last thing you want to share out with our listeners before we kick them away?
I don't believe so, but thank you so much, guys, for having me on again. I believe it was like almost a year ago that, or maybe just a little over a year ago that we did this last time. So I have a feeling 2023 might be doing the same thing.
Let's just put it on the calendar right now. It's a standing date.
Yep. Sounds good.
I love it. Well, Holly, we appreciate you coming on with us and sharing Mischief Maker and everything that you do for the activity. We appreciate it a lot.
No problem at all. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Bill, we asked Holly where everybody could find us. Where can everybody find us?
Just type it into the Google search bar.
That's right. It's going to come up.
And you can also Google Holly Fowler or Mischief Maker, and it all kind of goes to HCF Motorsports.
And it also points to us. I did a search on Holly Fowler, and like the third link down was
our
link.
That's awesome. So
heck yeah.
So there you go. So just search it in the Google bar.
Yeah. Well, as always, it's good to hang out with you guys on Sunday nights, and everybody that joins us live for our show, and then the edited show that comes out
Absolutely.
later. We appreciate that. We have amazing partners, and I know we didn't talk about them tonight, but we'll talk about them in the future.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You can get Armor Light at Quadratech now.
I know. That's a big deal. It's a coup.
It's whoa.
Yeah. So do it.
Sorry, had to throw it out there.
I love it. But for Bill, Don, and myself, and Holly Fowler and Mischief Maker, here's a big Jeep wave to you, everybody. Have a good night. Excellent.
Cool.
Awesome show. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us on our live. It was awesome. Yeah, I do want to pull this one back up, Holly. Pipes didn't get a request for an exhaust for your system, so it might have been an oversight.
Oh.
Poor Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
So.
All right. Well, we're going to kick everybody off, but I'm going to keep you on for just a minute, Holly. Thanks,
Awesome.
everybody.